Alright, what's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about my top 3 shorts or put options for the month of May 2020. Alright, so before we get into them, I got to give you guys a little disclaimer. This is not direct financial or investment advice. This is only my opinion based on what knowledge and experience I have. The reason I make these videos is to hopefully encourage or inspire you guys to go out and do your own research and due diligence on these companies or stocks, so you can ultimately come to your own conclusion. Okay, so that said, let's dive straight into it. No beating around the bush. As you can see here on the left, these are my top 3 shorts. So it is Zoom, ticker symbol ZM, Virgin Galactic, ticker symbol SPACE, and Advanced Micro Devices, or AMD. Okay, so I'm just going to go over these one by one. I also have my phone mirror here on Robinhood just to go to the stocks, just for, honestly, for another visual. So we'll cover Zoom first. Zoom is my #1 short. This is my largest put option currently for the month of May and going into May 2020. Okay, so I have them right here, as you can see on the screen again, and I'll just read through them. I'll read through the little excerpts I wrote. It's kind of a summary Cliff Note version of why I shorted it. I'll also talk a little more about why I don't like the stock and why I am shorting it, if anything comes to mind that I didn't write down here. Okay, so before I get into these as well, I want to let you guys know that this video focuses on fundamentals, but I do take technical analysis into consideration as well. Okay, so again, let's get into it. Zoom, we'll go to the 3-month here. Zoom looks great. Again, Zoom has been on a tear. At this point with quarantine, we have all heard of Zoom, but let's get into why I'm shorting it. Okay, so again, good product. Zoom has gained a lot of traction recently, but with that traction came hype and an overvalued stock. Both Facebook and Microsoft just released a competitor to Zoom. I'm not going to go over those right now, but you guys can look into that if you want. But they did both release a competitor, almost a direct competitor to Zoom. So look into that if you're interested. And there will likely be more large players entering the space who have more resources to execute on a better product. Zoom is very likely to see a correction in my mind. Okay, so again, Zoom, good product. I personally haven't used it. I've heard good things. I heard it's good product. Latency is good. And again, the stock has reaped a lot of the rewards of it providing a good service in this time of quarantine. With everyone home, everyone needing a service exactly like Zoom, they're really filling a void in this marketplace. Okay, so that said, they are up 285% on after their IPO just about a year ago. So that's ridiculous growth. If something's up that much after IPO, it's, in my mind, it is pretty overvalued unless it is truly a world-changing company, which you could argue that Zoom is. But the biggest factor for why I don't like Zoom is because of what I mentioned in that summary, which is the fact that Facebook and Microsoft literally just dropped a few competitors to Zoom. And Facebook and Microsoft, far larger companies than Zoom is. They both have a lot more resources and a lot more technical capabilities to make a potentially better product than Zoom. And again, Zoom has just seen such insane growth over the recent months that I feel that it is overvalued. And what I do know about Zoom is that they have a subscription product or a paid product if you want better quality. But the far majority of the people using Zoom currently are not paying. Okay, so that will reflect in their earnings, and once they do announce earnings over the next month, I think a lot of people will be disappointed because they thought it was going to perform so well. But again, this is just my opinion. Always keep that in mind. And also, with everyone going back to work here, it's not for sure, but within the coming month, hopefully, optimistically within the coming month or so, you're obviously just by a byproduct of that will be them using Zoom and these digital apps less. Okay, so that is my largest option, put option position going into May 2020. Let's get into the next one. Okay, so Space, Virgin Galactic, SPCE, Space. Sorry guys, Wi-Fi is kind of rough. I'm sure you guys can relate with everyone using so much damn bandwidth right now in quarantine. Okay, so Virgin Galactic. I'll just read this first. I like revolutionary companies like this. Richard Branson is the man, but wrong place, wrong time for sure. Virgin as a company is on the verge of bankruptcy due to this crisis. Okay, so Virgin Virgin is a huge airlines company. They're huge in travel, and travel is one of probably the single industry being hit the hardest by this COVID crisis. Okay, so wrong place, wrong time. Virgin as a company is on the verge of bankruptcy due to this crisis. Sorry, I just read that. And people definitely aren't lining up to check out space during a time like this. Okay, so what Virgin Galactic is the first space-focused travel company. Okay, so people will pay a few $100,000s to go shoot up into space, orbit Earth a couple times, check it out. Sounds awesome. I would love to do it one day, but as a stock, as a company, this is just not the time for it. Okay, priorities have been straightened. All right. So during a time of crisis like this, people are not looking to just absolutely splurge. Maybe the ultra wealthy are, which is being a few $100,000 is obviously their target demographic, is the mega wealthy individual. But if people aren't getting on planes, I don't think they're going to be getting on little pods that shoot up into space just yet. Okay. So again, revolutionary companies. If you guys follow the channel, you know I love companies like this. But again, just wrong timing is a lot more crucial in the markets than almost anything else. All right, you guys, timing, even if you're super right about something in the future, your timing could be off. You could be way too early. And ultimately, just keep that in mind. Timing when you are trading or investing is the ultimate factor. Okay, so again, I think it's just way too early for this. I see big things for them down the road if granted Virgin does not go bankrupt. Even if they do and get bailed out, I think space will succeed in the long term. But as of right now, in this economy, there's no fucking chance. Okay, so space is I can't. We'll look at this. So you can see space IPO'd at $11 and it's at $17, so it's still up 64% this year, which is absolutely insane in my mind. I would be surprised if over the coming months it doesn't go to like where it was right after the IPO. So it's crazy. Like, this is very obviously a bubble. I think this will likely come back down to like $7 over the coming months. Again, can't reiterate enough. Just my opinion. Could pop off, but it's not looking like it in my mind. All right, so the third, and maybe controversial, I know a lot of you guys like this, it's advanced micro devices. Another company I do like, just gonna read this. Another company I do like and feel will do well. Wait, nope. First, we gotta check it out. Gotta check it out on Robin. All right, so bad day, bad week for AMD. They announced earnings this past week, so I was well positioned for this. I did have short positions on this just because it's so stupidly overvalued in my mind. But I'll get to that after I read this. Okay, so another company I do like and feel will do well over the coming years, but is currently overhyped and overvalued. Although they may have seen a sporadic spike in demand this past month, it will inevitably slow once individuals get back to work and money becomes more scarce because the economy straight up sucks. Their cloud business is the most promising. That said, it is still very overvalued in my mind. Okay, so AMD, they just announced earnings. They were profitable, but they did see a spike in tablet sales, computer sales, just because everyone's home. But there's no money in the economy right now. No one has money. No one's working. So there is no chance that doesn't slow over the coming months. I know they're supplying the new PlayStations and Xboxes. I'm a gamer. Check me out on Fortnite, at Royce Rich on Xbox if you want to. So again, I like this company. I do see a promising future. Maybe Q4 when the PlayStations and Xboxes start rolling up, they will pick up, and the sales will reflect that because gaming is obviously being positively affected by this crisis. So they could do well, but in the near future, they are stupidly overvalued. We'll look at this here. So look at the 5-year. Okay, so in 5 years, AMD is up over 2,000%. That's insane. That's almost unheard of. That's unheard of growth for a company. I know they're considered a revolutionary company. Again, I think they're doing great things in the space. That said, so obviously overvalued in my mind. Even this year to date, still not year to date, but in the past 365 days, they were up 73%. Almost before this week, they were almost scratching all-time highs again, which is ridiculous in my mind. But again, I wouldn't be surprised to see. Again, couldn't happen, but I will sell AMD once. I will not sell my AMD put options below $40 for sure. I might think about selling them once they hit like 39ish, but I honestly think over the coming months AMD is going to scratch back down to like $30. So again, you guys do your own research on that. keep that in mind. That's just what I'm doing. That said, I'm talking about options a lot. So I will give my plug right here. I do have an options course on sale for $25 if you're thinking about getting involved. If you are watching this video, I assume you're interested already, but I feel like the best benefit, not to sound super narcissistic about it, but what comes with that course is a direct line of access to me, so you can ask me any questions you may have about options trading in general, and I have obligated myself to answer every one of you as well as I can. Okay, so check that out if you're interested. I also have on that same options page, links down below, by the way, in the description, the first links in the description. I do have, it's called my portfolio course. It's not a course, but it's just a complete list of all the positions I currently have in my portfolio. Okay, so call options, put options, some cryptocurrencies, because if you guys have watched the channel, you know I'm a geek over cryptos right now. But yeah, you guys can check that out if you want. Again, if you're interested. If not, no worries. It does help out the channel if you do, but always watch all the free stuff first. I do have a free video, or a video posted called "How to Short Stocks on Robinhood." So check that out. And again, if that's not enough for you, you can check out the course, but don't feel pressured at all. Okay, I would just appreciate it if you did. Okay, so that said, we will wrap it up there. As always, if you guys gain value out of this video and want to catch more content like it, I would appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. Always feel free to drop a comment down below. That goes for any of my videos. I love talking shop with you guys, so feel free to just talk about whatever you want. Just talk shop. Okay, so I appreciate you guys watching. Once again, we'll close it out there. Until next time, guys, make waves and take action. Peace. Bye-bye.